Welcome the YouTube channel Geo Alert Now. The Lost City of Atlantis, myth or reality? It's a quiet evening in the 1960s, and you're flipping through a dusty book of ancient mysteries in your grandpa's attic. The pages smell like old paper, and one story grabs you: a lost city swallowed by the sea, a place so grand it feels like a dream. That's Atlantis, the legend that's haunted explorers for centuries. Was it real, or just a tale spun by a philosopher long ago? Today, we're diving into the top 10 mysteries of Atlantis, its glittering palaces, its forgotten maps, and the clues that keep us searching. So, grab a seat, and let's step back in time. The Philosopher's Tale. It all started with a man named Plato, a Greek philosopher who lived over 2,300 years ago. Around 360 BC, he wrote about Atlantis in two books, Timaeus and Critias. He described a mighty island nation, bigger than Asia and Libya combined, with golden temples and canals that sparkled under the sun. But here's the kicker: Plato said Atlantis vanished in a single day and night, swallowed by earthquakes and floods. Was he telling a true story, or just crafting a fable to teach a lesson? That question still keeps scholars up at night, poring over his words like an old family secret. The Island of Dreams. Plato painted Atlantis as a paradise. Picture a city built in perfect circles, with rings of water and land linked by bridges. Towering temples covered in silver and gold stood proud, and gardens bloomed with flowers we can only imagine. It was a place of wealth and power, where people lived like kings. But Plato said pride led to their downfall, angering the gods. That image of a perfect city, now lost forever, feels like a postcard from a world we'll never visit. The mighty navy. Atlantis wasn't just a pretty city, it was a naval superpower. Plato wrote about their fleet of ships, called triremes, that ruled the seas with unmatched strength. These wooden giants, with rows of oars and sails catching the wind, made Atlantis a force to be reckoned with. They traded with far-off lands, bringing back treasures that filled their markets. But when the waves came, those ships vanished, leaving only stories behind. It's like finding an old photo of a battleship, wondering where it sank. The sacred bulls. Here's where it gets wild. Plato said the people of Atlantis worshipped bulls, treating them like sacred creatures. In grand ceremonies, they'd capture bulls in a temple and offer them to the gods under starlit skies. These rituals happened in a palace glittering with Orichalcum, a mysterious metal we don't even know today. Why bulls? Maybe it tied to their love of strength and power. It's a snapshot of a culture that feels both strange and familiar, like an old tradition we've forgotten. The cataclysmic end. Plato's story takes a dark turn here. He said Atlantis was wiped out in one catastrophic day, struck by earthquakes and floods that sent it to the ocean floor. Imagine families running, temples crumbling, and waves swallowing everything they knew. Scientists today say a real disaster, like a tsunami or volcanic eruption, could have inspired this tale. It's a haunting image, like an old newsreel of a town lost to time, making you wonder if it could happen again. The Mediterranean clue. Where was Atlantis? Plato gave us a hint: beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. That points to the Mediterranean Sea, a cradle of ancient civilizations. Some think Atlantis was near modern-day Santorini, where a massive volcanic eruption around 1600 BC destroyed a thriving island. Others say it could be under the waves near Crete. It's like piecing together a treasure map from your great-uncle's attic, each clue pulling you closer. The sunken ruins. Divers have spent decades searching for Atlantis, and some say they've found it. Off the coast of Greece, Spain, and even the Bahamas, strange underwater structures, like roads and walls, have turned up. In the 1960s, divers in Bimini found what looked like a paved road under the sea, sparking wild theories. Are these Atlantis' ruins, or just natural rock formations? Each dive feels like opening a dusty photo album, hoping for a glimpse of the truth. The global search. Not everyone agrees Atlantis was in the Mediterranean. Some point to Antarctica, believing it was ice-free thousands of years ago. Others look to the Caribbean, where ancient ruins hint at lost cultures. There's even a theory that Atlantis was in the Sahara, when it was green and lush. Each idea is like a faded postcard from a different corner of the world, teasing us with possibilities. It's a global treasure hunt that never ends. The technology mystery. Here's a head-scratcher. Plato said Atlantis had technology way ahead of its time. Canals, aqueducts, and baths rivaled the best of Rome, centuries later. Some even claim they had machines or power sources we can't explain, like the mythical Orichalcum. Was Atlantis a sci-fi wonderland, or was Plato exaggerating? It's like finding an old sketch of a flying machine in your grandma's journal, too wild to believe, but too cool to ignore. The lasting legend. Why does Atlantis still grip us? From ancient Greece to 1970s documentaries, this story has inspired dreamers, scientists, and adventurers. It's been in movies, books, and even video games, each retelling adding to the myth. Maybe it's because Atlantis feels like a piece of us, a lost world we want to find. It's like an old family story, passed down through generations, that still gives us chills. And there you have it, the top 10 mysteries of Atlantis, a city that might be real, or might just live in our imaginations. It's a story that feels like flipping through an old photo album, full of wonder and questions. What do you think? Did Atlantis exist, or is it just a legend? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you enjoyed this journey, and subscribe for more stories from the past. Next time, we're exploring another forgotten wonder, so stay tuned.